is gonna be an intense video. Welcome to Become Odara. My name is Ana Clara Toni and this is a channel for you. So please subscribe. Today's video is about anxiety. If you noticed in the last video, my energy level was really low. Well, one thing, I was dying with cramps in that day. I was in my second day of cycle and it was tough to record that video. The editing process was a nightmare because of all the troubles that we had. Some videos disappear, some parts it was like, oh my god, what is it? But anyway, we did, and the video about journaling is the second video of Becoming Odara. We're doing this series of 15 videos on self-awareness. That was the second one, and this is the third video. Well, first let's just understand that anxiety is this excess of future, is fantasizing, idealizing about whatever it's going to happen. And depression, which affects a lot of the times like generations like my mom's generation or my grandma's generation, tends to be something that is the excess of the past. And I like to think that I don't like to think, I just think that millennials tend to be more affected by anxiety than other generations or the older generations, because millennials are anybody who was born in 1981 to 1996. We learned and we grew with internet, but we still remember. Some of you did some of your assignments for school, for instance, like in an encyclopedia. Just please leave a message here in the comments, because those type of things, my sister, for instance, who is 20, she didn't have to go through that. She just, type it on Google, probably goes to Wikipedia.
Oh God.
And get all the information.
This video was about anxiety. Why are we talking about internet?
Anxiety really stops you, it numbs you. And I see so many people, they're, like between 20, 25 and 30 years old, completely lost and thinking like, oh my god, I have so many great ideas, but I don't know how to start, I don't know what to do. And then they just start planning and they put things in paper, but they don't do anything. When I decided to create this YouTube channel, I had no idea whatsoever of all the equipments, lighting, and all the parts of things that you have to create like a very successful YouTube channel. But I wouldn't know about those things if I haven't started. And that's why this is so related with anxiety. Because if I had put in pen and paper all the things that I might need, I wouldn't have started a project. So that's why I decided to start anyway. Dealing with anxiety. Most important thing, work with the information that we have. This is what I tell all my friends. This is what I tell like everybody dealing with anxiety, is realizing, like, think about, are those things like realistic? Are you asking the right questions? We talk about that in the NLP video, right? The right questions. So let me explain what this means. Think about a trip. Whenever you're going somewhere, if you have been to that place,
you know exactly what to bring, you know how long you're going to stay, you know how much money you're going to spend.
You have a good idea of how the trip will be. What if you're going to a place where you have never been? And guess what? None of your friends have gone either. All you have is the information that you have online.
So you can kind of predict how the weather will be, how much money you're going to spend.
But you don't know for a fact that that's exactly how the trip will go. So there are just a little bit that you can plan for that trip, but not so much, because you also want to go and be open, see what this new place has to offer you, right? So it's the same thing with anxiety or any other new project that you're working on. If you don't know what's gonna happen, just go and then you find out what will happen. Maybe, the worst case scenario is not really realistic. And Tim Ferriss,
again, I know, it's kind of like, oh my god, Anna, you're obsessed with this guy.
I'm not. I just really think that everything that he does, he's still alive, everything that he does is really, has helped me a lot. So imagine the worst case scenarios And then you break down those things and you realize that it's like, wow, it wasn't that bad. Or when it comes to the worst case scenario, what can I do? So when anxious, some of the things that you might identify when you're anxious: if you discount food, if you start to grind your teeth, especially when sleeping, if you wake up like with a headache, watch out for that. Whatever you do, like if you're like always like rocking yourself or shaking, that might show like part of your anxiety. So remember, when we talk about NLP and the five senses: seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, and tasting, well, you can use NLP as well to deal with anxiety. And I will show you some exercises and some things that you can try it out. I'll give you right now like a combo, like all the tips that I've used for my anxiety. So stay with me. If you want to know how journaling can help you with anxiety, just go back to the last video and check it out. If you don't like meditating, or if you think that you can't meditate, if you don't have the patience and the ability to stop and just like don't think of anything, the first thing I'll tell you is that this is not meditating. Meditating is staying present in the moment, is really living the mindful way. But one of the things that I will tell you today is that how meditating can help you with anxiety. So try this exercise when you're anxious, but especially when you are not anxious, because that will help you to bring awareness to moments when you are anxious, nervous, or whatever overwhelming feeling you have, okay? So imagine that you have a magnifying lenses. So I'm here
in my living room, inside my house, in the building, in a certain street, in Long Beach, LA County, California, in the United States, in the North American continent, in the planet Earth, in the Milky Way, in the universe.
So really see how far or how little things can be sometimes, and we just see them as the entire universe. So this exercise helped me to put some perspective and realize how big my self-doubt was, or how big my scenarios and my fantasies were. So try it out. If this exercise worked for you, leave a message in the comments. The power of a simple walk. Last night was really when the quarantine hit me, because I was feeling claustrophobic. I hope that I said this word right. I was feeling claustrophobic in the house. So my husband told me like, oh, let's go for a walk. It was 10:30 at night, and we went for a little walk around the block with masks and everything. We didn't see anybody because it was late and it was a weekday. And that really helped me, because it reconnect. Even though I'm doing yoga every morning, it connected me with the outside world, and that was important. So that also helped me, because I was anxious with the video, editing videos, and doing all those things for the channel. So here's another really, like powerful thing to do: going for a walk, yoga, running, whatever works for you, but just exercise, move your body. And that's what NLP tells you about. If you cannot change what is inside of your head, your mind, your thoughts, change your physical state. Go for a cold shower. Honestly, I have said so many times to my friends, take a cold shower. If you're scared of like taking a cold shower, take a shower in the dark, for instance, and that will help you to connect with yourself and connect with your body in a different level. Like, of course, like the cold shower will really shake you up. And if you are going to shower in the dark, you just connect and be more soothing, like more like touching and feeling. You might have like a candle lighting or something, but it also really helps you. So essential oils. Oh my God, aromatherapy is a thing. I will tell you this much. It's definitely helpful. I use lavender every time that I'm anxious, every time that I'm feeling like overwhelmed. I use orange whenever I need to feel, energized, when I needed like a little extra kick for the day. Or I use those essence, put me in a state of mind that it helps me to go about that situation. So NLP talks about those 5 elements, right? Like, and smelling it's one of them, and aromatherapy is really something that can help you talking to your friends. This is something that as easy as it may sound, for some people it might be hard to call your friends to tell, hey, I don't feel good today. You just need them to listen to you. Maybe you don't even want to say that you're feeling, like in a certain way. Just call them up. If you're using the gratitude journal, if you're choosing to call a friend who helped you or a friend that you're grateful for, you might be surprised with the impact of that phone call to that friend, because maybe your friend is having a bad day, and that little tiny bit of energy that you had to make that extra action, which was calling someone, would definitely change everything for both of you, because you both will feel grateful and hopefully less anxious as well. So this was today's video. Stay tuned. Video number 4, we're going to talk about the voices in our heads, and I have someone that I would like to introduce you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you love this video, please share with your friends, with your family, with everybody that you love. And thank you again. Leave your comments, subscribe, and become Odara.